All right, so I came on here before and say how much of a fan I am of like horror stories and animated horror stories and just stuff like that. This guy right here, Lighthouse Horror, one of my favorites. And this story right here, very well done, sir. Whoever wrote this story killed it. So, quick synopsis. He's talking to people who, they died, they were pronounced clinically unalive for a period of time, and they went down there. You feel what I'm saying? And they all came back with different stories for it. And I'm not going to get too much into it because, in case you want to just go listen to it yourself, but I am going to kind of spoil the ending because the ending was so great. So, the one thing that he said had in common with all their stories was how much chaos hell itself was. How there was screaming and there was chaos and there was noise and there's like this heaviness and there's all these things that are pure torture. And it's not even just, oh, well, I'm burning, but like mentally, physically exhausting all the way around, right? So at the end, he says like the more interviews he started to do, the more he started to experience a lot of anxiety and more he started to experience like hearing voices and hearing things and different stuff like that. And even things that used to calm him down, um, like he would go on his cell phone, like whether it be listening to music, listening to a podcast, watching a movie, watching TV, none of that stuff was no longer helping. And so he realized that, like I said, the one thing that it always had in common with hell when people talking about it was noise and it just being noisy and like overstimulating everything else. So what he started to do to counteract that was shut everything off and sit in silence. And he would said I would wake up and instead of going on my phone, I would go on my porch and I would just drink coffee and I would just be there in the silence. And the silence is what brought him peace. Saying that it is hell with all these, your phone notifications and this overstimulation that we feel and to make himself feel better, he had to have these moments of just silence to be with his thoughts. I feel you. To be with his thoughts. And it's just like the way it was told, the way this story is crafted, beautiful, sir. Beautiful. So, just to get the whole scope of it, this is the title. That's his name right there, Lighthouse Horrors. Go and watch this and listen. I thought it, bravo. I thought this was a very well told story. Like, yes, great. So if you're into that type of stuff, go listen to it.